All right. Good morning.
Good morning po.
Good morning po.
So,
Good
good
morning po,
morning.
sir.
Good morning.
Okay, so today we are going to discuss multiplying and dividing in scientific notation. Nakikita po?
Opo.
Opo,
Opo.
sir. Opo.
All right. So, multiplying numbers in scientific notation. Multiply the base numbers together. Then add the exponents to get the power of 10. So we have here the general formula. N times 10 to the x times m times 10 to the y. So the product is n times m is nm times 10. Then we have here x. Then we have y. Okay? So, ano po nangyari dyan? You simply add the exponent. Napansin niyo yon? Add the exponent. Okay po? Okay, so ulitin ko Yung n, ano po yung n natin? Yung n, yan po yung ating number. Times 10. Ito po yung ating powers of 10. Tapos na yung x po ay exponent. Another yung number naman po, yung m times 10 to the y. Yung y po ay exponent. Okay? So, pansinin ninyo, imumultiply lang po yung n times m. Ito na po yon. Times 10, tapos yung exponent, pagpaplasin lang po. Add the exponent. For example, 2.1 times 10 to the second power times 5 times 10 to the third power is equal to 2.1 times 5. Itong dalawa lang to. I-multiply. Times 10, yung exponent, 2, tapos yung pangalawa, 3. Pagplasin. Okay? So, 2.1 times 5 is 10.5. Tama po ba na 10.5?
Opo, sir.
Okay. So, times 10, tapos 2 plus 3 is 5. Again, 10.5 times 10 to the 5th power. Now, ang tanong ko, final answer na ba ito? Naka-scientific notation na ba siya?
Hindi po, sir.
Okay.
Hindi pa po.
Okay. This is more than 10 pa. So, yung ating number sa scientific notation, it should be greater than 1 but less than 10. So, what shall we do with this? Move the decimal point to the left. Move the decimal point 1 place to the left. So, it becomes 1.05 times 10 to the 6. Bakit po naging 6 yung 5? Okay? If you move 1 place to the left, plus po yon, plus 1. So, 5 plus 1 is 6. Oh, okay. May tanong doon?
Wala po,
Wala.
sir.
O, ganyan lang po yung ating general formula. Example number 1, given 3.42 times 10 to the 5th power times 4.67 times 10 to the 9. First thing to do, multiply bases. So what are the bases here? We have 3.42 times 4.67. Ito na po. Okay? So pwede po ninyong i-verify if the product is correct. So 15.9714. After that, add the exponents. So 10 to the 5th times 10 to the 9 is equal to 10 to the 5th plus 9 is equal to 10 to the 14. Answer, 15, kunin na natin yung product kanina ng dalawa. Yung 3.42 times 4.67 na 15.9714 times yung exponent na pinag-add natin, that is 10 to the 14. Now, yung 15.9714 times 10 to the 14, now i-express na natin sa scientific notation. So, shift decimal left one place. So, your final answer is 1.59714 times 10 to the 15. Madali lang, di ba? Hello?
Opo, sir.
Madali lang. Okay, so okay na to, naintindihan ito, yung example number 1.
Opo, sir. Marami lang number, sir. Kaya parang mga gulo, sir. Ganun.
Medyo.
Ulitin ko, ano bang gagawin? I-multiply muna yung 3.42 at saka yung 4.67. Tapos, ito na po yung product niya, 15.9714. Okay? Pagkatapos niyan, yung exponent naman po ng ating powers of 10, yung mga 10 to the 5th, saka yung 10 to the 9. Ito po. Ano pong ginagawa sa exponent nila? Add. Tama?
Yes po.
Yes,
Okay.
po, sir.
Tapos, ilagay na natin yung answer natin. Kopyahin natin yung product kanina ng dalawang bases. Yan, 15.9714. Time. Kopyahin nyo naman po yung exponent. So, 10 to the 14. Now, hindi pa ito yung final answer natin kasi 15.9714 is greater than 10. So, isi-shift pa natin yung ating decimal going to the left. So, one place only. So, your final answer, 1.59714 times 10 to the 15. Sir, anong ginawa ulit dun sa 14 na yon? Dinagdagan natin ng isa. Okay? Kung ang bilang ng pag-shift ninyo papunta sa kaliwa ay isa lang, plus 1 lang. Kung dalawa, plus 2. And so on. Okay? So, mas malinaw na?
Yes po.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
next example number 2. So, given 2.93 times 10 to the negative 2, 8.3 times 10 to the negative 5. Parehong negative ang ating powers of 10. The exponent of our base 10. No? So, multiply the bases, 2.93 times 8.3. The product is 24.319. Then, add the exponents. So, 10 to the negative 2 times 10 to the negative 5. Again, kapag addition of in adding like signs. So, what shall we do? You simply add and copy the common sign. Tandaan niyo yan sa integers. Nare-recall niyo? In adding like signs, add and copy the common sign. Katulad nito. Negative 2 plus negative 5 is equal to negative 7. May tanong kayo dyan?
Wala, sir.
Okay, so kopyahin natin yung product natin doon si step number 1. So, 24.31419. Ito na po. Times 10 to the negative 7. Now, final answer, to get the final answer, you simply shift decimal left one place only. So, it becomes 2.43 times 10 to the negative 7 plus 1. Kapag nag-move kayo papunta sa kaliwa, positive po lagi yon. Okay? Pag papunta naman sa kanan, minus. Papunta sa right, minus. So, negative 7 plus 1 is negative 6. Tama?
Opo, sir.
Yes. So, sabi dun sa integers, addition of integers, no? In adding unlike signs, sabi niya doon, subtract the smaller number. Yun po. And copy the sign of the greater absolute value. 7 minus 1 is 6. And what is the sign of the 7? Di ba negative? Okay po. Negative. Question. May tanong? Wala na. Number 3. Okay, wala na tayong number 3. So, ito po yung ating practice. No? I-check lang natin kung tama ang sagot. 2.4 times 10 to the negative 3 times 4.5 times 10 to the negative 3. Paki-check po kung tama. Get your math notebook and answer.
Tama, sir.
Tama. Okay, simply.
Tama po.
Tama po, sir.
Okay, so practice it lang, no? And say bluff if it is bluff or if it is fact. No? Tama, sabi nyo, that is fact. So 2.4 times 4.5, anong product? Anong product niya?
6.9 po.
6.9? Ha?
10.8.
10.8.
Iba-iba kayo ng ng sagot.
10.8 po.
2.4 times 4.5. So magiging sagot ninyo dyan ay 10.8. And that is the product. Intindihan? Tapos yung times 10 to the negative 3 plus negative 3, what is the sum? Negative 3 plus negative 3. What is the sum?
6 po. Negative 6.
6 po.
Negative 6. Now, since yung product ng ating bases ay 10.8 and that is greater than 10, what shall we do with this? Shift the decimal to the left. One place only. Tama? So, plus 1 po yon. So, negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. So, your answer is 1.08 times 10 to the negative 5. And that is fact. Okay po? That is fact. Next, about number 2. The given is 5.67 times 10 to the third power. And 3.9 times 10 to the negative 6. Verify, please. Get your math notebook and pen.
Takpo.
Okay, answer. Ang sagot natin?
Fact, sir.
Is it a bluff or a fact?
Glove po.
Bluff?
Fact po.
Bluff
Tama
po.
po.
Okay.
Bluff.
So, i-check lang natin. 3 plus negative 6 is negative 3. $5.67 times 3.9. Ano sagot?
22.1113.
Okay. So, 5.67 times 3.9. So, ni-round off lang po yan, no? Nawala yung 1.3. Okay, so pinutol niya. Okay po? Pero considered as, ano pa rin, fact. Okay?
Yay.
Naintindihan?
Opo,
Yes
sir.
po.
Ni-round off lang. Okay, number 3. Yung mga iba pwede na mag-proceed sa number 3, number 4, number 5. Distributed na para mabilis. Lahat tayo, no? Kailangan nagsasolve. Nagtitry. So, 4.78 times 9.3. Mamaya mag-practice kayo mag-multiply ng decimal, ha?
Opo, sir.
Tapos i-check ninyo sa using your calculator so that you can check if it is correct, no? Practice on how to multiply manually, manually. Then after multiplying, check your answer using your calculator. Just to verify if it is correct. Naintindihan? So dapat po ganun ang mga paraan ninyo. Okay po? Katulad niyan, the product is 44.454. Okay, so ni-round off ulit. Then we have 10 to the 7 plus 10 to the second power. And that is 5. Move the decimal point to the left, one place to the left. So, ano ang sagot?
Bluff
Po, sir.
po.
4 point
4.4 po sa akin.
4.4454. Okay? Times 10 to the
Fifth power po.
6. So, yung sagot natin, is it a bluff or ano? Fact?
Box.
Bluff. Fact po.
Bluff po, bluff.
Bluff
Bluff.
po.
Bluff. Okay? So, dapat to the 6, no? 7 plus negative 2 is 5. Tapos nag-move tayo, nag-shift ng decimal. One place to the left. And that is 5 plus 1. Okay, next number 4. So 8.9 times 6.5. The product is 57.85. Tama?
Tama po.
Okay, so how about the powers of 10? What is the sum of their exponent? So sabi ko nga sa inyo, kapag nag-add tayo ng unlike signs, no? Proceed to subtraction.
Box, sir.
Okay? So,
Fact po, sir.
so what is your exponent?
5.2.
2 plus 1, sir.
So negative 2 plus 4 is 2. So shift
Move
the,
the decimal.
the decimal one place to the left, and that
Plus
is
1.
plus 1. Kaya 3. So is this a fact or a bluff?
Fact, sir.
Fact po, sir.
Okay, fact.
Po, sir.
Next, number 5. 3.4 times 5. 17.
17.
Okay, so 17 times 10
Tama po, sir.
Tama,
times
sir.
10, then 8 yata ito eh. Hindi malinaw. To the 6. So, try natin 6 plus 3. So, 17 times 10 to the 9. Tapos, yung 17 natin, yung 17 na yan, greater than 10. So, what shall we do with this? Move the decimal point. I-move natin yung decimal point to the left. One place to the left. Para magiging 1.7 times 10 to the 10. Now, is it a fact or a
Bluff.
bluff?
Bluff po, sir.
Fact
Bluff po,
daw
sir.
kasi nga,
Fact.
Tama
Fact po,
po.
sir.
Fact, sir. Fact.
8 daw ito, 8.
Fact po, sir.
Kasi nga medyo malabo yung
Po, sir.
picture lang kasi ito eh.
Fact,
So,
sir.
this is
8 pa rin.
8 plus 3 is 11. Plus 1 yung shift to the left, kaya siya naging 12. Tama. Hindi siya 6, no? 8 po siya. So 8 plus 3 is 11, tama?
Yes, sir.
Yes po, plus 1.
Yes. All right. So very easy po. Okay, practice more. Ito po. No? So ibibigay ko na po ng assignment ninyo. Paki-screenshot na po, then we proceed to division. Paki-screenshot po at ilagay sa GC.
Okay na po.
Okay na. Okay, so proceed tayo sa ayan, sample ninyo sa number 1, pwede na ninyong okay? So punta tayo sa division of dividing in scientific notation. Nakikita?
Yes
Sir.
po.
Opo, sir. Opo.
Ayan, dividing in scientific notation. Divide coefficient. Yun po yung mga steps natin. Subtract exponent on the 10. Here is the general formula for dividing. So ito raw po yung ating basis. O pinaka-formula natin. Form. A times 10 to the m divided by b times 10 to the n. Yung exponent po natin yung m and n. Naintindihan? Tapos ang ating mga coefficients ay a over b. Ito po yung natin. Fraction po to So division of numbers. So i-divide nyo muna tapos saka natin isusulat ng scientific notation. So a divided by b times 10 to the m minus n. So sabi nga niyan, subtract the exponents on the tens. Yung mga bases nung ating powers na m and n. So since nasa powers of 10 po tayo, no? Kaya 10 to the m minus n. Ano raw ang gagawin doon? Doon sa multiplication, addition. Dito naman sa division, subtraction. Pagdating sa exponents. Okay? So sabi niya dyan, where 1 is less than or equal to a over b, but less than 10. Ano po yung ibig niya sabihin? Yung fraction natin na A over B ay pwedeng greater than 1, pwede rin po siyang equal to 1. Okay? But less than 10. Okay po. Hello?
Yes po.
Okay. So, yan po yung ating pinaka-formula. Next. The cuts is, sometimes we have to move the decimal point at the end. That ensures our final answer is still in scientific notation. Let's try this. Example number 1. 6 times 10 to the 12 divided by 1.5 times 10 to the third power. Then let's see the coefficient. We have here 6 divided by 1.5 times 10 to the 12 divided by 10 to the third power. So, i-divide nyo po itong 6 divided by 1.5. 4 daw ang sagot. Is it correct? So, 6 divided by 1.5. 4 daw ang quotient. Tama?
Opo.
Yes po.
Times 10. Tapos
Okay.
yung exponent po ng ating powers of 10. So, 12 minus 3. Sinusubtract lang po ang exponent. Kaya napakadali po. So, 4 times 10 to the 9. The number in front is between 1 and 10. Yung coefficient natin na 4, that is greater than 1 but less than 10. So, ibig sabihin, naka-scientific notation na siya. Sir, nasaan po ang decimal niya? Invisible po, nasa unahan niya. Okay? Dito sa right niya, invisible. Okay? Kaya 4.0 or 4 times 10 to the 9. So sabi niya, the number 4 in front is between 1 and 10. We don't have to move the decimal point at all. No need. Okay po? Kasi yun na po yung final answer. Okay? Madali po?
Opo, sir.
Madali or madaling-madali?
Madali, sir. Madali, sir.
Madali.
So madali. Hindi siya madaling-madali.
Madali.
Opo, sir.
Okay? Sa magkaiba kasi madali at sa madaling-madali. Okay, another. So, ito po yung natin, no? Yan. So, A over C, then, times 10 to the B, times 10 to the D. So, kinuha ko lang to kasi nga, ito rin daw po yung basis ng ibang author. Okay? So, A times 10 to the B divided by C times 10 to the D. Siyempre, A times 10 to the B divided by, pwede ninyong pwede ninyong ipaghiwalayin. No? Pwede nyo po i-detach yung A over B na coefficient, yung fraction. So, A over B or A divided by C. Okay po, A divided by C. Tapos, times 10 to the B times 10 to the D over times 10 to the D. Ayan. So, pansinin niyo, ito na po yung kanyang final form. A over C times 10 to the B minus D. So, malinaw po. No? Magkaiba lang sila ng form. No? So, makikita niyo po sa bawat libro, makikita niyo sa bawat site, na iba-iba po sila ng form. Iba-iba po ang form nila. Pero, ang idea ay yun pa rin po. Naintindihan? Okay, so dinidivide lang po yung coefficient, tapos yung dun sa tens natin, sinusubtract lang po yung exponent. Tapos saka natin isusulat ng scientific notation, tapos na. Ganun lang po yung ginagawa. Okay? So sabi niya, let's take a look at the division problem. For this problem, our numerator and denominator will be in scientific notation. Then, we want our final answer to be in scientific notation as well. Example number 2. 3 times 10 to the second power divided by 6 times 10 to the fifth power. Pansinin niyo parehong whole number po yung ating coefficient, yung 3 at saka 6. No? So, isipin niyo itong 3, 6 ay 1/2, tama po? Tama? What is 3, 6? Di ba 1/2? Hello?
Opo, sir, 1/2.
1/2.
Opo, sir.
Opo.
The lowest term natin 1/2 po yan. So, let's see. Yan. So, like multiplication, we can divide the constant and then divide the powers of 10. Now, ito po. So, pinaghiwalay lang po natin kanina. No? So, yung coefficient natin, 3/6 times 10 to the second power over 10 to the fifth power. When dividing powers with the base 10, or with the same base rather, you can just subtract the exponent. This is called the quotient rule. Quotient rule po yan under na law of exponent. Okay? So, i-discuss po sa inyo yung law of exponent, but not this time. Soon po, okay? Pero pinapaunawa ko na po na ganun po yung ating gagawin sa ating multiplication and division. Sa multiplication, yung ating powers of 10, yung tens po natin ay pinagpa-plus ang exponent. Pagdating naman sa division, pinagsusubtract ang exponent. Okay, so let us continue. But be careful, 0.5 is not between 1 and 10. We have to move the decimal place to the right one space. So, pansinin niyo yung 3/6, sabi nga natin 1/2 kanina. Sa decimal, that is 0.5. Times 10 to the second power divided by 10 to the fifth power. Then, rewrite 0.5 times 10 to the second power minus 5. Then, rewrite 0.5 times 10. So, what is the difference of 2 and 5? It's -3, tama? Paano ulit ang subtraction of integers? Change the operation. So 2 plus. Tapos change the sign of the subtrahend. Okay, positive po yung 5, gawin nating negative. Then proceed to addition. So 2 plus -5. Your answer is 2 plus -5. Anong sagot?
-2.
Plus -5. Magkaiba po sila ng sign. Anong gagawin sa addition? Sinusubtract, tama?
Opo, sir.
5 minus 2 is 3.
3, sir. 3.
Then copy the sign of the greater absolute value. So the sign of 5 is negative. Kaya -3. Okay? Then let us continue. 0.5 times 10 to the -3. I-move po natin yung decimal kasi nga hindi naman po siya naka-scientific notation. Itong 0.5 ay less than 1. Okay, so labag na po doon sa ruling na it should be greater than 1 but less than 10. Okay, so move the decimal point. Papunta saan? Papunta sa right. One place only. Tapos, pwede na mag-disappear yung point mo. So, nagiging whole number na siya na 5. So, 5 times 10 to the -1 times 10 to the -3. What shall we do with this? -1 plus -3, anong sagot? Hindi na natin i-subtract Pag ganyan yung i-move natin yung decimal point papunta sa left, sa right naman po ay minus. Kanina papunta sa kaliwa or left plus. Ngayon, Negative 3 plus negative 1. Ano ang sagot?
Negative 4 po.
Okay, so ito na po yung ating final answer. 5 times 10 to the negative 4. Nakita niyo yung ano natin, 0.5. Minove natin yung decimal point papunta sa right. One place only. So yung 5 or 5.0 ay whole number na po yung ano, yung 5. Ibig sabihin, no? Equal na po yung 5 and 5.0. Ito na po. Okay? Naayon na doon sa ruling na ang scientific notation po natin ay greater than 1 but less than 10. So 5, 'di ba yung 5 ay greater than 1 but less than 5, less than 10? Tama?
Opo, sir.
Okay. So tingnan natin 'to. The concept is the concept is the same as multiplying numbers in scientific notation. Separate the two parts and deal with them individually. Let's see this in action with an example. 3.6 times 10 to the 5th power divided by 1.2 times 10 to the 15. Now, we want to divide the constant parts and divide the power of 10 parts. Thus, we break this into the product of two fractions. So, pwede nating paghiwalayin. So, yun pa yung sinasabi niya, break this into the product of two fractions. So, yung 3.6 natin at saka yung 1.2, pinaghiwalay po natin. Ginawa natin, hiwalay sila. So, break, sabi niya. So, 3.6 divided by 1.2 times, na-break din po yung dalawang 10. Yung tens natin na 10 to the 5th at saka 10 to the 15. Okay, pinaghiwalay natin para hindi tayo malito. Okay, so 3.6 divided by 1.2, the quotient is 3 times 10 to the 5th power minus 15. Then copy yung 3 times 10. Tapos, the difference of 5 and 15. Is it correct? Negative 10 ang sagot. 5 minus 15.
Opo, sir. Negative.
Tama.
Opo.
Tama
Okay,
po,
so
sir.
dapat po ma-recall po ninyo yung addition and subtraction of integers. Sa subtraction of integers, no, change the operation. Papalitan nyo raw yung ano, change the operation. Change the sign of the subtrahend. Yan. Okay, then proceed to addition and copy the sign of the greater absolute value. Kaya 3 times 10 to the negative 10 po. Yan po yung ating final answer. To get from 10 to the 5th over 10 to the 15 to 10 to the negative 10, you will use the quotient rule for exponent. This is what allows us to subtract the powers and keep the base 10. Okay po. So sabi ko nga sa inyo, under ito ng law of exponent, no? Quotient rule for exponent po. Pero hindi pa natin nalilesson yan, pero ini-introduce ko na po na ganun po yung process. Kapag nagdi-divide tayo ng the same base, ito po, pareho yung base natin ha. Yung kanilang exponent ay pinagsusubtract. Naintindihan? Naintindihan
Yes
po?
po.
Yes. Pinagsusubtract lang po. Katulad nitong ginawa natin sa itaas. 5 minus 15. Yung nga lang, ang worried ko po, baka hindi nyo ma-recall. Kaya mag-recall muna po kayo ng subtraction of integers. Kapag nag-subtract po kayo ng integers, change the operation. Di ba subtraction yung operation ninyo? Papalitan nyo lang ng addition. Then, pangalawa, change the sign of the subtrahend. Sir, nasan ba ang subtrahend dyan? Yung 15. Anong sign po ng 15? Positive po siya, gawin ninyong negative. Pag nagawa na ninyo yan, proceed to addition na. Okay? Yun lang po yung gagawin sa subtraction of integers. So, ibig sabihin, mahalaga po yung steps o yung rules sa pag-a-add ng integers. Example number 3. Okay? So, ito po yung ating example number 3. With decimal numbers not in the form we want, the problem is 3 times 10 to the 7 divided by 5 times 10 to the negative 12. So, ganito po yon. 3 times 10 to the 7 divided by 5 times 10 to the negative 21. Okay, so i-break po natin, hiwalay natin yung coefficient. So, 3 over 5 times, i-break din po natin yung 10 to the 7 at saka yung 10 to the negative 21. Ito na po siya. Magkahiwalay na po sila. Naintindihan? Pagkatapos, i-divide na natin. 3 divided by 5. Anong sagot? 3 divided by 5. Anong sagot?
0.6 po.
Okay, 0.6. Times 10 to the 7 minus negative 21. Minus negative 21. Okay? O tignan nyo yung denominator ninyo na base 10. Diba negative 21? Siyempre, ina-negative 21 nyo rin. So, 7 minus negative 21. Anong sagot ninyo dun sa 7 minus negative 21? Anong sagot? Addition of integers. 7 minus negative 21. Ano sagot niyo doon?
28.
28. Change the operation. Ito po, yung tinuturo ko sa cursor. Gawing addition ito. Change the sign of the subtrahend, negative 21, gawing positive 21. Tapos, balik na kayo sa addition of integers. 7 plus 21, ano sagot?
Positive 28.
Yes, positive 28. Now, bring down 0.6. Ito na po, times 10 to the 28. But this is not correct yet because 0.6 is not between 1 and 10. So, we have to move the decimal point to the right by 1 place. So, kaya ang naging final answer natin ay 6 times 10 to the 27. Di ba nasabi ko kanina, kapag minove ninyo yung decimal point papunta sa right, minus po yun. Kaya 28 minus 1 is 27. Nasaan na po yung decimal po natin? Invisible na po siya. Nasa unahan na siya ng 6. Nasa right side ng 6. Right side ng 6. Okay po?
Yes po.
Yung sagot ninyo ay pwedeng 6.0 times 10 to the 27 or 6 times 10 to the 27. Okay po. May tanong pa? No more?
Wala po, sir.
Okay, sige nga. Practice to. Dividing with scientific notation. Write your answer in scientific notation. Sige. Ang sagot niyo? Ano sagot? Ang tagal magsagot. 6 divided by 3 lang po yan. Sagot niyo. Number 1. 6 divided by 3.
Po, sir.
2. O ano
Po.
final answer? Sabihin na sa akin ang final answer.
2 times
10
10
to the
Se-
2
7.
times 10 to the?
7th power po.
Bakit 7? Di ba ang gagawin natin sa exponent ng ating base 10 ay subtract? Hindi naman yan
2 times 10
multiplication.
negative 5.
Hindi po. Ano bang gagawin sa sa exponent ng ating base 10? To divide base 10, to divide fraction with the same base, sabi niya doon, the same bases, all you have to do is subtract their exponent. Pareho po yung 10 natin. Base 10 po yan eh. So, anong gagawin sa exponent is subtract daw. Ano ang minuend ninyo? Yung 5. Ang subtrahen ninyo ay 2. Ano ang sagot?
3 po.
E. Final answer.
2 times 10 to the power of 3.
To the power of 3. That is correct. Next, number 2. (6.4) divided by 3.2. Pareho daw. Sagot.
2 times 10 to the power of 4 po.
Ayan. So, 2 times 10 to the 4th power. Madali lang, di ba? Ayan. 2 times 10 to the 4th power. Next, number 3. 2.44 divided by 1.1. Repeating number, 2.218. So, ang repeating dyan, 181818.
1818, sir.
Okay, yun po yung repeated numbers. Okay? Ano sagot? 2 point? 2.218 times what? What is negative 3 plus 4? Negative 3 minus 4.
Negative 5 po yan, sir.
Ulitin ko. Negative 5 pala yun. Sorry. Negative 5 minus 4. Anong sagot niyo yan?
Negative 9 po.
Negative 9.
Negative 9 po.
Okay, so our final answer is 2.218, no? Times 10 to the negative 9. Okay. So 2.2181818. Ni-round off ko na, okay? So times 10 to the negative 9. Next, number 4. 9.7 divided by 3.7. Repeating decimal ulit. Pwede ninyong putulin na up to 3 decimal places lang kapag repeating decimal.
2.621 po times
Times 10
to the second
to
power.
the second.
to the second power. Okay? So 2.6161 6216 okay, times 10 to the second power. That is correct. Pwede natin putulin hanggang 3 decimal places lang po. Hanggang dito, yan. Tatanggalin natin yung 621. Ang repeated numbers po diyan ay 621 pala. Okay? Not only 21. Our repetent number are 6, 2, and 1. Okay po, nauulit po yan. Next, the last one. 7.2
8.
divided by 9. 8.
8
8
times
po.
Di ba,
10
di ba
is
8
the
0.
times
third
10.
power po.
Bali 0.8 yan, imumove lang ninyo yung decimal point niya papunta sa right. Okay, syempre minus mamaya. So 5 minus 2 is 3. Tama? So 3 minus 1 is 2. So ang sagot niyo 8. Anong final answer? 8 times
8 times to the second power po.
8 times
third
10 to the second power. 8 times 10 to the second power. Okay po?
Opo.
Did you learn today?
Opo.
Okay.
Opo.
So, ito po ang inyong assignment. Doon sa assignment nyo sa multiplication, tapos assignment ninyo sa division. Ito na po. So, bali 10 points lang po yan ha. Paki-post po doon sa GC. Paki-post po sa GC. Assignment. Tapos na po. Napicturan na.
Yes po.
Opo.
Sir, balik niyo po dun sa last slide. I-screenshot ko po.
Okay, so sandali lang medyo stop ko lang yung aking